Что сейчас назвал себе животное?
Да. Пиздец.
Теперь точно работает, давай. Я даже помылся ради тебя, комп, давай.
Не, тебе, знаешь что, тебе надо этот скачать, то есть купить хардмод.
О, все. Видишь? Помылся.
8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights.
О, крыса.
4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London.
Ой, мама.
Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Ничего не понял, но круто.
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the
Смотри, это ты.
They were all so wrong.
Это я.
Будешь.
Death is not a wicked thing,
Спасибо.
nor
Через 100 лет.
holy retribution.
А вот это я.
A true
Головка твоя.
would have never known
Я, кстати, так рыгнул в Лидо, на меня все, бля, посмотрели.
awakened
Я так рыгнул сильно в Лидо.
and be
Сейчас, подожди.
born once more.
Вага-вага.
Подожди. Сейчас, подожди. Я хочу тебе потом показать что-то. Вот я. Я еврей? Я еврей? Я стал евреем?
Я Ракамакафо.
Так, подожди. Послушай это. Короче, я гулял с подругой, смотри. Мы зашли в Лидо. Да? Да. Потом записала голосовую.
Что?
Нет. Подожди. Так, ну это вот это. Вот это она рыгнула. Это я. И потом, и мы были в Лидо. И потом, там, не знаю, пол Лидо просто меня смотрели. Я смеялся.
Это так прикольно звучит, типа она так чуть-чуть рыгнула, а ты такой... Нихуя, как, блядь.
Я думал, что я рыгну как она, но хотя нихуя. Я охуел просто сам. Я думал, что я так тихонько, спокойненько. Хотя я рыгну к своей бате, блядь. Потом там рабочик-то работала. Она потом на меня посмотрела, как будто ходячее дерьмо. Как будто я куска дерьма-то.
Так и есть.
У нее лицо было такое, что типа, блять, это может быть здесь. Типа, я бы то же самое его нахуй послал, если я был бы там. Еще там парочка потом с нами села рядом. Прям вовремя, когда моргнули. Представляешь, такая, бля, заебись день, короче, пошли там в ледо похавать вместе. И там какой-то чел рыгает. Рыгает как базука, бля. Сейчас, подожди, я закручу свой комп. Сейчас, подожди. Жаль, что моего компа нет дисковода. Deutsch, Espanol, Espanol, Francis, Italian, Польский, Португал, Русский, Japanese, United States. Deutsch!
Это китайский.
О, это я? Смотри, блядь.
Ты чё, негр?
Ты чё, бля, расист, нахуй, я белый. Интересно, какие-то ачивки? Или похуй на ачивки, мне кажется.
Похуй.
Похуй? Ладно. Я нихуя, блядь, не вижу. Что это, блядь? Топорчик? Лопата? Лопата.
Угу.
Ну, я понимаю, нужно идти за кровью, да?
Да-да-да, нахер идти.
О, я вижу там кого-то. Это я должен бежать или идти?
Thirsty. So thirsty.
Это что, женщина?
Алло?
Я знаю ее. Круто. Так, может, по нихуя не слышим, блядь, там аудио, да, блин.
My mother had a beautiful, soothing voice.
Ага. Смотри, у него ебал, знаешь, какой это? Как похож на этого? Гигачада. Не? Я один это смотрю. Не? Не гигачат?
Нет.
Нет? Или я просто расист?
О, Джонатан. Джостер. Серьезно.
Ой, я уебал сестру.
Красава.
No, Mary.
Давай, ты же доктор, да? Давай.
Да.
Давай, Джонатан. Джонатан, давай.
Please, hold on.
Стоит, типа, наоборот, типа, не девочка теперь вампира, а Джонатан, ебать.
Mary.
Это, конечно, поворот, блядь.
No, no.
Хуёво ты что, доктор?
Ага, да. Угу. Да,
Здорово.
да.
Блядь, мне сегодня написал. Госзавтра на море. Сука, купаться, блядь, не могу, у меня татуировка. Я купаться не могу, у меня тату. Купаться не могу, у меня тату.
It's horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain.
Ну все, беги нахуй. Джонатан, давай, тебе нужно спасти этого. Мне тебе нужно уебать Диву. Знаешь, это вселенная, типа, где Джонатан,
No, don't shoot.
типа, пидорас теперь.
This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here.
Не боюсь, конечно, я бегу по стороне.
This can't be happening.
Ты черт.
О, бля.
No, please,
Aye.
stop. I mean you no harm.
Я ебал сестру.
What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
У меня ножик.
Now, I can defend myself. Who are you?
Чё? Лок? Как?
Stay back!
А, вот нашел.
Sorry.
Ага,
But you
да,
left
да,
me no
да, да,
choice.
все понятно. Да, да. Ага. Угу. Да. Да. Угу. 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 Yes.
Who are you? Stupid beast!
Я нашел, как доджить. Мне это не надо, просто
Sorry.
не выполнить.
Угу. Угу. Да. Угу. Да, да, нашел, да. Угу. Да. Угу. Угу. Да.
Да вообще похуй.
This one of them! Please, stop!
Ну, раз прикалываюсь и все.
Бля. Бля, ну тут правильно. Эй, Вася, 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 Вася! Как спуститься вниз? Ладно, похуй.
Who are you? What do you want?
Я, конечно, не так все правильно играю, но похуй. Нужно похилиться чуть-чуть. Так, хочешь маленький челлендж сделать? Ростик.
Ага.
Если я сдохну.
I mean you no harm. I need help.
Ты сделаешь
Die, you
отжимания.
fucking leech. Please,
Ладно,
listen
сколько?
to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up,
5
beast.
раз.
Who are you?
За каждую смерть.
What is this all about?
По 5 раз.
What in God's sake? I'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me.
Почему я вампир, а никто не знает.
The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone. It's locked.
Да, ладно. Значит, меня солнце будет ебать. Поебал сестру.
I need to find somewhere to hide.
Значит, теперь ебаться нельзя мне, да?
Let me go!
А я могу паркур делать? Не могу. Я даже прыгать, блядь, не могу. Охуеть. У него пушка там. Что мне с этим делать? Чё, бля, ёпта, я могу доджить, ебать. Ай, блядь! Это не доджит! Ай, блядь! На нахуй! А, блядь, что, в жопу иди, короче.
Чё ты орёшь? Чё ты
Что мы делать? Я даже прыгать, блядь, не умею.
Is anybody there?
Меня не учили использовать ноги.
What is this place?
Все, я же снимаю, да?
The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Так, что у меня тут? У меня... Пикча. С твоей мамой. Ага. А, да.
What have you done?
Уебал.
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Круто, я хуесос. Что у меня есть? У меня... У меня мало хп, вот что есть. Так. Fire and Sun, бла-бла-бла-бла-бла, я читать нахуй не могу. А, стой, о! О, смотри, что у меня.
О,
О.
да. Ага.
О,
Да-да. Да-да.
сколько ебатиков. Смотри, лайф.
Ты
А,
похож на Дауна.
гигачат, ёпта.
Что-то на Дауна похож.
Weakness of vampires. Fire and Sun. Да ладно, нахуй. О! Филик. Так, каждый. Я здесь. Так. Опа-на. Трупак. жесткий секс у меня был. Так, что там всего за...
Так а что, позагорать просто нет никак?
Wait. This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve. That's impossible.
Типа я сейчас смотрю свою сторону, круто.
Ага.
У меня теперь часы есть. Опа. О, какой. О, ну да, стресс.
Ага. Ага.
Who goes there?
Я Джонатан. У меня стан есть. Нет, нет, не зон.
Who's there? Are you referring to me?
Почему я вампир поглотил и все.
Ага.
No! I still have so much to accomplish.
Нет.
I still have so much left that needs doing.
О, чирик. О, пистолет. Дайте мне пистолетчик, пожалуйста. О. Я себе в жопу засуну. Пианисочку. Мой череп.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
Не выходит крутой, конечно.
No, it never got easy.
Теперь у меня пестик. Как использовать, никто мне не скажет. Баллады и дайари. Спасибо. Че, спать пошел? Нет, я еще не все посмотрел.
This makes no sense.
Похуй.
None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it.
Что в жизни вся хуя пошла.
Угу. Угу.
Зато ты вампир.
Да-да.
Тебе вообще похуй.
Да.
So be it.
Стрелись. Давай. Just do it. Давай.
Я только что не говорил, что я, блядь, мне много чего
Давай.
делать. Я сейчас
Давай.
вытянусь, серьезно.
Rational thinking only.
Давай.
Че, реально, блядь?
А чё на правую кнопку мыши?
Все, игра закончена?
Быстро прошел я, молодец.
Я даже ачивку получил, что самоубийство. Why? Why vampire? Why? Это какой, блядь, смешно, нахуй. О, жил. О, да, подумаем, у тебя пулька нету. Ага, да почему? Почему? Потому что ты вампир.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon, who changes blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Evolution. Эволюция.
Ага. Угу. Да-да.
Defense. Или агрессив.
Да, бля.
Sprint.
Да, бля. Перенесли.
Мне хватит вообще. Уровень 3. Уровень второй. 5. Какой вообще уровень, нахуй? Ага, это все, что открыто. Хорошо. А. Уровень второй. Бля, круто, мне нравится. Что еще? А, окей. Так, что у меня? Класс, Bloodsphere или Shadow Mist. Place a cloud of shadow that put its feet on your... What is it?
Ага. Угу. Да-да.
Close, medium. Damage, Blood, Shadow. Давай тень, похуй. Буду охуенно. Типа особенно, блядь. Ага. И все. Теневая способность. Уебывать нахуй.
That voice in my head.
Mission update. Rich North Plain. Окей.
If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand.
Пиздец, конечно, яркость на какую хуйню, подожди. Не собираюсь, блядь, на ночь играть. Ну, всё, блядь.
What I have become.
Так. Чё у меня тут? Ага. Всё?
Ага. Да-да. 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 Спасибо, бать.
Пожалуйста.
These people want me dead.
Это
I
интересно.
need to leave now.
Мне уже не будет мой новый дом, который я пришел.
Here's the
У
leech.
тебя пистолет есть?
Here!
Ох, поебать. Вот это тупехани.
My head's spinning.
Ну ладно, ты, блядь, нахуй тупехнулся. А, у меня патрон нет. Окей.
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Круто. А, способности. Ага, у меня даже тень не было.
Нафиг тебе мачете.
Ой, ебать, смотри. Ого. патрон нет. Что это? Это used stick. Ага. А, типа... Вампир так наоборот, круто.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End.
Так. О. Press to use your shake.
Die, vermin!
Отсосу. Я отсосал.
There's a strength I never knew I had.
Ты, конечно, я отсосал. Ты видел?
It's locked, all right.
Типа, прыгать, блядь, как вампиры не могу.
It's dead, all right.
This shouldn't be possible.
He's mine! I'll take it! See that fancy clothes?
Гони свою кровь, сучка.
Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire.
Гони еще кровь.
I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
Ну чё, сучка? Ты сучка, блядь. Ты охуела, понимаешь?
My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
Да ладно. Интересно, что тут? Your king and country needs you. Join the British Army.
Эй, брат.
My poor.
Your king and country join the...
Sister. If only I
Стране
had
нужен
control
ты.
my need for
Иди
blood.
и воюй.
Mary,
Давайте ТФ2.
someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us.
Ебать, я крыс могу есть.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Ты видел? Крысу сейчас только что съел. О, смотри, еще одна крыса.
I have this thirst for blood. It's locked.
Закрыто, блять. У меня сил, способности, как, блять, ебучего мангуста.
I cannot enter.
Понятно, я слабый вампир.
The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it.
Чё тут?
It's locked, all right.
Опа, опа. О, еще одна.
This is despicable.
Почему я их жру? Я не знаю почему. Невкусно. Что, есть еще крыса? Вкусно, сукин сын.
What will London have to say to me?
Пизда.
I cannot enter. I've so many questions unanswered.
Ты вампир.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. Something dire must have come about. Where has everyone gone?
Чё это?
That's strange. The trail is very erratic, as if the killer was drunk or hesitant. At last, a little life.
Highest details. Чё я могу узнать его деталь? Я могу узнать про людей.
Окно. Ты окно, кстати.
Unknown. Unknown. Давай поговорим.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Ты тоже был вампиром? Ебать.
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Чё ебуть? Так, чё?
Hello, sir.
And you're still up?
What's going... You... I'll leave...
Ничего нового.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
I'm looking for some...
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Кстати,
Чё?
как тебе? Очень странно.
Ну, нормально, первый сезон досмотрел. Сейчас на втором. Сейчас на третьей серии. Ну, просто интересно пока что.
Четвертый этот, кстати, сезон все еще выходит, так что пока не смотри.
Конечно,
Четвертый. Ну да, он в июле выйдет.
Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, now all these terrible murders.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog. What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed.
Czym ja się mam zmienić?
But now he's killing in the streets.
What have you
Ale
heard
o co
about the
chodzi?
epidemic?
У
There's a
меня
Spanish
было
flu.
20 минут, чтобы
Yeah.
заскочить к тебе, но
Killed so
уже
many last
поздно,
summer.
уже как бы
Thought we'd seen the
уже
last
нет
of it.
20 минут, где
Dozens
заскочить.
dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing.
Давай
There
ты.
are so many quarantine zones in London
Ну
now.
давай.
It's gotten really
Да.
hard to travel across town.
Пока.
Давай пойдем.
А что такое?
Я не знаю, что там. 20 минут.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar.
Не, не объясняй.
Turquoise Turtle.
Нет,
I'm the
объясни.
barmaid here, Sabrina,
Э,
if you want to know.
Ну объясни.
You
вот,
don't seem to
короче.
have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now,
Объясни!
and those that
Seriously?
are awake tend to avoid going out.
Что случилось? Че,
What
че,
with the
сегодня не
murders
будет?
and all.
Я не знаю почему, я просто 15 минут назад он звонил мне.
Are you
только
always
что
open
позвонил.
this late at night?
No, it's only since the
И чё?
epidemic started.
Да бля, я ебу,
Tom thought
ты
the
так
people may
говоришь, как
need a
будто
safe
я
place
ебу.
to stay.
I'll leave
Я
then.
овчарка.
Thank you.
Я овчарка, затисни. Окей. Способности здесь нельзя использовать.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
It's locked.
А Боба?
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you? I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word.
Ебать, смотри.
Anyone.
Меня Иисус нахуй посылает. Пиздец, блядь. Магия Иисуса это капец.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
Я боюсь кресты.
And who might you be?
Доктор Эдгар Швансе. Швансе. Чё, немец?
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
You seem the expert. How would that be?
I have my secrets, as you have yours.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
Huh? Hello.
Hello.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again. I'm certain we shall meet again.
All them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
Спижу себе деньги, блядь.
Ай!
It's locked, all right. If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
It's a good thing you cannot see.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. My God, his eyes. His face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Бля, только... Не говори, что это еще детективная игра.
May I disturb you again?
Да.
You're still ugly as sin.
I'll leave you.
Ну чё, пидор, рассказывай.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were
О,
after?
я
I
видел эту
can't say
рожу.
I have.
Эту?
Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Who is he?
William, just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah, like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. Can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What do you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Not
Uh-huh.
long ago, this mess would have given me a laugh.
I will get...
Britons working together. Skilled workers and engineers.
to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me? To this city?
Are you sure? Join the Royal Fleet today. Would you like to know more? Ask your nearest recruitment officer. Hey, bitch ass motherfucker, where are you?
The body is still warm.
Oh no, he's dead.
This man has just been drained of blood.
That sucks to him.
What's this? Some sort of note.
Что сказано? Ну, потом похуй.
This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Ну да, но... А нет, похуй. Кто его зовут? Так. Алло? Да. Сейчас. Хорошо. Давай тогда подходи, я спущусь, дам тебе. Давай, я сейчас должен одеться. Да я спущусь, дам одну хуйню и поднимусь наверх. Алло, Ростик? Ростик? Он пошел.
Okay, I pull up.
Пиздец. Капец.
Мгм.
Алло?
Да.
Ебать, ты все еще здесь?
А чё, ты уходил?
Да не, просто картину отдавал. Ой. Ладно, так. Пошли закрой. О!
Over there! There's one of them
Спасибо за кроюшка. Что со стелсом не так я сделал. Ага.
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Так, круто. А как мне инвентарь? А, похуй, да? Похуй. Так, как мне сделать так? Как мне, блять, эквипнуть ёбаный пистолет? Как же сложно. Я даже не объяснили, как менять оружие. Сука. ХТ. ТТТ. Да, блядь. Это не то вообще. Так. Может быть. Что, удерживать? Нет? Удерживать. Так. О, С. Блять. Блять! 2 патрона проебал. Ну охуенно. Что за ебумба? Что? Чё, блядь, нахуй никто не услышал? Ну охуеть, мы самые лучшие, блядь, пидоры. Как мне стелс вообще делать? О, вот здесь меня будет. Или я могу просто способность это использовать. Опа, 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 опа. О, не-не-не. Ай, блядь, огненная сучка. Пиздец, блядь, ебалан. Копеечки.
I cannot enter.
Да ладно. Some enemies are more resistant to recent types of damage. There are 4 types of resistance: physical, melee, ranged, power blood, Barrel's blood, shadow. Okay. Orange indicates medium resistance. Red. Ничего, сучка. Да, вот это, конечно. Гони крошку. Блять, ты, короче, соси. Блять, моя способность. На, бля. На, бля. Вася! Блять, как это сложно. Пиздец, блядь. О, Я сдох. Ростик. Ростик. А, я сделал отжимание. Отойди нахуй. О, бля. О, бля, пиздец. Алло? Алло?
Алло.
Я сделал отжимание. Так.
Красава.
Блять, сучка. Ах ты, сучка, блядь. Шлюха. Че, пистолет? Все еще есть? Охуеть, блядь. Это столько патронов, блядь. Ай, блядь. Говорю я тебе, сучка.
You've got one job, and that's to find it. And find it fast. Fair enough, Tom. Why do they hide where it's so damn cold?
Охуеть. Ай, сучка. Ай, блядь. Ай, блядь. Отсосу тебе. Вася. Блядь. Вася, Вася, Вася. Чё, охуел? Вася. Блядь, пиздец, блядь, вон на одного, бля, охуей, бля. На тебе поебалу. Я же ебучий вампир, я даже не могу уебать парочку людей. На тебе, бля, пидор. Ай, блядь, моя почка. На, блядь. На, блядь. Ах ты, сучка, блядь, фашистская. На, блядь. На, блядь. Блядь, нихуя у тебя слабость. Пошел нахуй, я пестик. Ну чё, сука? На, блядь, нахуй. Пидорас, блядь, ёбаный урод, блядь. Пизде. Я проебал почти все пули. Что зовут? Опа. Ха-ха, у меня главный мозг. Просто. Бля, кто там пиздит? А мама знает? Да, мама знает.
We won't see any of these bastards back here again. It's a killer.
Бля, охуенная способность. Блять, я уже... Я все свои способности потратил. Ладно. О!
Are you over there? There's one of them vermin.
Чё, сучка? Ну чё? На, бля. На, бля. Сосу, 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 сосу. На, бля. На, бля. На, бля. Опа. Опа. На, бля. Ну чё, сучка, знаешь, кто я, бля? На, бля. О. А чё, я не могу крикнуть? Дробаш. И патрон у него есть? Нет, нет. По-моему, нет. Есть. Я нашел дробаш, Ростик, охуенно. Бать ты слепой, че? Ага. Вау. Ага.
Over there.
Сосни. О! Смотри, Hideout. Ага.
Hey, no.
Ooh. What is this? Дай мачете. О. Могу? О. Мачете. А? Могу. А? Могу. Только мачете. Так, короче, поспим, блядь. Ну и
Ты
присядем.
любишь чизбургер?
Да. Ага. Ага. О.
О,
Я не могу. Ну, бля. Ебой. Ну. Теперь я сосу охуенно.
Да,
Охуенно. Росик, теперь сосу.
молодец.
Э, Чё это? Я уровень 4 теперь. Бойтесь меня. Вы чё, бля, вернулись назад из жизни? Блять.
It's on him! It's on him! Leech spotted! Watch out! Christ!
Вообще изичный теперь.
Ага, ага, да-да. Угу, угу.
Месть, суки. За что? Ну, не скажу.
Over there! There's one of them! Over there!
Так, мне нужно куда идти? Сюда?
Да такая.
It's locked, all right. Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
У-у-у.
As one, we shall overcome this. We've done it before.
Ой, what the fuck? А, на. Yes.
Quench my thirst. I must have more.
О, Перри. Парирую я могу.
It's locked.
Так, я не понял. Охуенно. Ладно.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
I can't stand it anymore.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Чё, сучка? Пошел нахуй! Чё, сучка? Чё? На, блядь. Короче, понятно, блядь. Для чего это оружие? I want to stay right for the moment. Батюшки.
Let me go.
Ты кто такой?
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by scowl?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Охуенная крутая испуга.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. You'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Да, слышал, блядь?
Ага. Да, я слышал, я не слышу. Да, слышу, не слышу.
This poor creature can't be my mate. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Моя слабость, солнце. Конечно, охуенно у меня одежда, блядь, дальше. Дайте мне новую одежду, пожалуйста.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages.
Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea.
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. So much for you to learn.
And for that, you are right.
Во сколько у тебя это эстонский?
Then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your...
Ростик!
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes.
Oh.
So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Там чел лёг на доход, ну, Ростик. Насколько тебе эстонка?
Чего?
Насколько тебе эстонский?
Через 50 минут.
Ох.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Опа! Меня одежду
Doctor,
наконец
what a
кидали.
night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy.
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King Country and will be joining us here
Чего?
Ничего.
at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
I'm coming.
Я знаю, что ты каминг.
Так, я скидаю халявную одежду.
It's locked, all right.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! Now, it's my turn!
Что происходит?
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the sweet of life. Drink at this
come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox.
Cock.
I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Окей. Что делать?
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
О, смотри, у меня свой клоун есть.
In the back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fight me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
А мне надо было его спасти или убить? Я убил, короче. Не чувствую себя хуй.
To taste a life, to embrace its most intimate secrets. Such a burden, such a divine sin.
Да,
It's locked.
Способности не могу использовать свои. Из-за того ебачего.
Hurry up.
Моё. Чё, как, сучка?
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. The whole thing was in quite a state of shock.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Due to influences, the hospital can no longer take any patients. Hospital full. Please go back home. Okay. Bye. Oh, that ass. Я бы говорил.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Офигеть.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Круто. Это круто, что.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No, I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Расизм.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if
Расизм.
you need assistance.
Пидор.
Расизм.
Да.
Че, уходишь куда-то, да, сегодня?
Ну, не сейчас, к тете потом.
Ты тетя?
Тетя. Эпидемик?
Good
Ну,
evening,
ковид? Новый, да?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've
Surely.
already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver
Он
for
еще
this
японец.
shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me
Ты
Milton.
особая личность, ты
I like to
умный.
speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the
boy.
job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm
Значит,
not
белый?
sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Да-да. Да-да.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I
Ты
mean.
любишь черных?
I've been an ambulance driver since too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing in. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital. That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Okay, I pull up.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Тебе нравится эта игра?
Очень.
Насколько?
Ну, я бы не сказал, бы, что отсосал бы ей. Ну, может быть, здесь 50-50 шанс, что я бы отсосал. Подожди, я Clash of Clans играю, подожди.
Зачем ты вообще зашел?
Я просто хотел в Clash сыграть, подожди. А, чё я хочу? Да я ничего не хочу. Так. Yep. Да.
Good
evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed
Okay, I
has
pull
joined
up.
us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What is the
Yeah,
Pembroke
we got
Hospital
arrested.
situation? And please, speak freely.
Clash of
This
Clans
hospital
выиграл.
is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
Короче, я ничего не хочу думать.
Алло?
Да.
Я
What can you
просто...
tell me about the staff in the
Я взял
hospital?
свой кефир.
Some are really good, and others are not
Красава.
so good. But during this troubled
Что
period,
хуёво,
there is
честно.
no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Хочу в ТФ поиграть.
Хочешь ТФ поиграть?
Да.
Хочешь, чтобы я стал ТФ сыграл?
Но я не могу сейчас поиграть.
Tell me more about
можешь
cherished
почему?
people then.
Сейчас.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl.
Когда у тебя будет
She
эстонский,
is the
я
most
съебу.
helpful and dedicated nurse
ну
I've
давай.
ever
Ну
worked
нет,
with.
ненадолго.
A clever
К тете
and
просто, и
cheerful
всё.
woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No, we must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
Хочу себе золотую
You're
сковородку.
Nurse you don't...
Отсоси сам себе.
Было бы славно.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Ой, положи, что я...
Must prove what we are given.
Спизжу эту, что у тебя?
Good evening, Nurse.
Good evening.
Чуваку подарили 5 сковородок.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Она шлюха. Не хочешь поебаться? Ну все понятно.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good evening.
Doctor.
Good evening.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Так, давай смотрим, что у нас. Плохо на него.
А на меня?
Тебе тоже плохо. Это такая, блядь, незнакомая игра. А я играю, как будто блядь, не буду, что я делаю.
Goodbye. Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. Good evening, miss.
Ебать,
I'm
что с
Dr.
тобой?
Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital.
Что такая белая?
Who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Вау.
Які, блядь, да все.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of pustulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Куда ты бежишь там?
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies.
Слишком много диалогов.
As a woman, a spirit,
Ты не хочешь
fog,
с ним
or
общаться?
bat.
Вот я
The
должен.
staff here are not your enemy.
Я должен со
They're
всеми
here to
общаться.
help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I
Но
see.
после этого вообще-то я так думаю, что
Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Ага.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
Personal questions.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it's such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Конечно. Пошла нахуй.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Охуенно. Она думает, что она, бля, вампир. Пиздец.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
How close are you to Miss Hallcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. Frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Ну, это хорошо.
А?
Где финал?
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Подожди.
Damn. I have wasted too much energy for so little result.
Сейчас смотрю.
Time has lost its effect on me, but the suffering continues.
15 минут назад была дома.
So many deaths.
15
What
минут
of my
назад.
own life?
Что?
Fear and disgust on every street corner.
15 минут назад.
Good evening, Miss Hunt. Tell me, Thelma,
Да,
why do you
15
feel
минут
so
назад
attached to
сказано.
Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor.
Да.
I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Да, я играю в игру.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Да.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically
У
involved?
меня в
No,
16-15
Thomas is a delicate soul,
зубной завтра.
even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for
Потом,
I am a
может
vampire,
быть,
Doctor.
заскочу этот... Знаешь, что это английский урок? Сказали, что последний день был. Может быть, заскочу, может быть, нет.
I'll leave you.
На этот... Помнишь, я ходил на этот английский урок?
Good evening.
Да, английский урок. Вот.
Goodbye
Ну
for
да,
now.
и типа сегодня, завтра был последний день, в 16. Они сказали, что я могу... Сказали, что я могу прийти.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet.
Да,
My name
отдых
is
типа
Pippa
летом не будет,
Hawkins.
And
ничего.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea
Так.
has recently offered me a
Ну,
position.
посмотрим, может быть, пойду, может, нет, нет.
Well,
Не знаю,
it's a
посмотрим.
euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Что сказал?
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious.
Хорошо.
The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Оба.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Ей-богу, все бы сдохли, представляешь?
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
А?
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned.
А, да, в жопу. Да что,
Milton
со
is not
всеми
the
будешь
chatty
общаться?
type.
Пиздец. Сколько вообще-то людей, блин, пиздец. Интересно.
How long have you been a nurse?
Or long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You're right. When dealing with such a terrible disease, one must remain humble. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try our best.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Goodbye now.
Так, Funny of Secure Enter the Back Door, окей. Кто ты вообще? Это мой офис?
It's locked, all right.
Давай поговорим с тобой, Питер.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton.
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, Sora, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after
A little delirious?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Окей, блядь. Что есть?
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
What is the general situation
Обосрался,
at
что
the
ли?
East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and
Думал,
the
что я
dockers'
обосрался,
trade
что
union.
ли?
The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Все потерялись.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Да, кстати, Клай Кокс его ебал его, бля. Похуй.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
How did you end up in William Bishop's death?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his
Рад,
place
что мои
and he
способности
refused to
сосать.
let me go.
Ростик,
Ага.
рад, что мои способности сосать?
Как?
Ну ты видишь.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here, this Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Так, personal.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest.
Так, я все
And
у
I
него
can go
спросил.
back to the people who need me.
Я думаю,
Goodbye, mister.
все спросил, блядь. Окей. Сколько людей в этом ебучем? Там, блядь, там, блядь. О, блядь, пиздец. Не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не. Я увольняюсь. Я рад бы пообщаться со всеми вами, но идите все нахуй. Где моя квартира? Где моя хата? Это? Ну это тоже. Да
Мне
ладно.
на почту что-то пришло.
Просто я обоссался как хочет.
Ты же посвящен?
Ты что ли печки нет? Так, где мой офис? что ли? Нет. Или да?
О, боже.
О, я нашел свой собственный офис.
This must be the place.
Там, бля, пиздец, ух ты, он
Definitely
говорит, что
away from
общаться
prying
всем.
eyes.
Капец.
Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Да, как настоящий, блядь, ебучий вампир. Бла-бла-бла, мне похуй. Книжка еще.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Этот цветок. Нет. Ага. Я уже не знаю, что здесь использовать. Топорчик, лайфхак. А, я спиздил оружие.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Всё, столько времени, конечно, да. Наконец-таки я могу себе щит сделать. Я себе щит сделал. Я сделал себе. Фос. Ага. Все ж 30. Здесь. То есть это, а если это, здесь 500, блядь. Пиздец. А ну хоть здесь вообще 1000. Не, посадят это. Тимошка. Опа.
Скажи мне, человек.
Medical bag now can carry 3 souls. А. Ебу. Я не ебу. А, буду седлать.
Целый час, яма.
Что целый час? Ой, я сжу еб... Я уебал одного чела.
Молодец.
А, бля.
Эпизод 3.
Ебать, что с твоим ебалом стал, чел?
Ты же майнкрафтер?
А, я могу потом их уебать. Теперь могу отсосать и потом. Embraced. Да похуй. Короче, мне нужно общаться. Общаться мне надо. Окей.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete,
chapter 2.
I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Answer the door.
Орден камня.
Орден хуёв.
Ты бы хотел пройти Minecraft Story Mode?
Конечно.
Так пройди.
Не хочу. Вот заебись. Так. Ultimate? Опа. Empty slot.
Make wait, Doctor. I've patients to attend.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly,
русская?
certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead.
Ебал
Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom?
Это
Fight
русская?
chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Да, съеби нахуй сюда, пожалуйста, заебал.
It's locked.
Чё тут?
It's locked, all right.
Столько людей. И новое оружие. У тебя есть ебучая пила. Ну, попробуй диктор оружия.
Ну, как у вас? Нормально? Что хочете? Какие говно? Чё?
I cannot enter.
Quarantine. Quarantина. Quarantine, oh no. Короче, я спасаю. Я, короче, бываю всех, у кого есть ковид, все понятно. Я ковидный.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Я вампир, соси мой хуй. Я вампир, соси мой хуй. У меня есть топор в жопе. Я люблю сувать в себе в жопе. Что? Я вижу все черное, потому что я кто? Не верю. О! 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 Что сделал? Назад. А! Блять. А! Блять. Окей, короче, давай искать. Так. Перестучу. Вперед. Какой-то.
It's locked, all right.
Fine. Челков.
Скажи, ты выйдешь?
Что выйду?
Ну, блять, это медицинский будет.
Да, выйду. Че, у тебя сейчас эстонский будет?
Слушай, а сколько времени ты думаешь прошло?
Что будет? Она само сохраняется типа автоматически?
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sick.
Короче, всё.
Чай? Нет, мне эссенский сейчас будет.
Moves faster than influenza.
Ладно, давай попробуем так, смотри, сейчас return to menu. Я сейчас хочу глянуть, у меня сохранилось? Select. Что гляну? У тебя сейчас через 6 минут будет эстонский?
1 минуту, чудик.
А, ну я здесь. Что?
Что здесь?
У меня сохраняется автоматически, оказывается, так что... Оп.
И?
Ничего. Типа.